What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Single Rider. What is up, friends? In today's episode, we are here, in case you couldn't tell, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, formerly known as Disney's MGM Studios, if you're an oldie like me. We are here today diving into one of the most charming, quirky corners of Disney's Hollywood Studios, that being the Muppets Courtyard. But this isn't really any normal visit. Normally we would come to the parks, we experience several different attractions, but today is a little bit different, a little bit of a somber note, as we are here to bid farewell to one of our favorite pastimes. With the Muppets Courtyard closing this week, I record this on a Tuesday, where it has been announced that the Muppets Courtyard, the entirety of the Muppets Courtyard, will be closing after this Saturday, that is June 7th, to the public to make way for yet another expansion here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And if you've been living under a rock, here's a little look at the concept art for Monstropolis. Monsters, Inc. is coming to Hollywood Studios. Now, be that as it may, you might have some strong opinions, concerns. Maybe you're happy about it, maybe you're sad about it, but you cannot ignore the fact that it is a pretty significant change, especially because of the history of the Muppets. But as for me, I wanted to come here on a Tuesday just because I know that this weekend on Saturday it's going to be quite crazy here at the park. Lots of fans will be here to bid farewell, to watch their final showing of Muppet Vision 3D and to take in all the sights and sounds one last time. But I wanted to get here. Number one, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here this weekend to be able to participate in that, as I have to leave. I'll be traveling, I'll be out of town. But I wanted to come here today to give my final farewell. Now, if you're like me, this spot has been a staple for years. It's been full of laughs, nostalgia, and some of the best hidden Disney gags. Muppet Vision 3D opened in 1991, one of the final projects that Jim Henson has ever worked on before his passing. It is a rare blend of classic Muppet humor, 3D effects, and practical in-theater gags. So what makes this show so special? The show is known for its chaotic energy, fourth wall, breaking antics, and the legendary pre-show, of course, which many fans say is, in fact, better than the show itself. There are so many amazing hidden gems and deep cuts within the attraction. There's a net full of Jell-O hanging here, which is a tribute, which I didn't know this, in fact. I had no clue. But if you know why there's a bag full of Jell-O or a net full of Jell-O hanging in the pre-show area, drop it in the comments if you know why. If not, stay tuned to the end of the video and I will let you know why. Just outside, Miss Piggy Fountain stands proudly, a fan favorite photo op surrounded by whimsical touches. And of course, across the street, Pizza Rizzo, one of the best in-park pizza restaurants of all time. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. I don't think so. If you've ever been to Pizza Rizzo, you know it is not known particularly for the amazing pizza. It's not bad, but it's not great. For me, it's more about the atmosphere and who I'm with enjoying Pizza Rizzo. Also, you'll find the Stage 1 Company store, which has continued Muppet theming all around it, which is super fun. If you take your time to walk through and really appreciate it, it is quite impressive and quite touching, to say the least. And I'm super sad to see this area go. All right, friends, we have arrived to Grand Avenue to say farewell to a beloved attraction. That is Muppet Vision 3D. It says now playing Muppet Vision 3D. I wonder what it's going to say on Sunday when the attraction has officially closed its doors for the final time. One really neat thing about the Muppets Courtyard in Grand Avenue is it's always kind of felt like a secret hidden gem that, you know, most people, especially now that Galaxy's Edge is open, they don't really pay much attention to. At least they hadn't until the announcement that Muppet Vision was closing, but it's always been kind of known as a secret hidden gem or secret. I just love the detail as you walk into Pizza Rizzo with the tile here, very New York style. Pizza Rizzo. Let's go check it out. So the word is out. The word on the street is we have no idea what is going to be happening to any of this. Will this remain a quick service area? Will it be a restaurant? Will it be something else completely? Will it be demolished, bulldozed to the ground? We don't know. And that's why I'm here today. I just wanted to document as much as I possibly could of the area. I doubt that they'll completely bulldoze it. I mean, an industrial kitchen like this is quite expensive. I love the little quirky wedding reception room they got up here. Gil and Lil, daughter of Will and Jill, son of Phil and Bill. Featuring DJ Electric Mayhem playing the greatest wedding hits of all time. BYOB and P. Bring your own beer and pizza. That's what that means. Let's just do a quick little 360 around the upper dining room here. So fans of the old MGM studios will recall the streets of New York, which became the Streets of America. After a little while, they renamed it the Streets of America, but it was kind of a New York themed Streets of America. And this sign was actually hanging back when they had the Streets of America here before Galaxy's Edge took over. And one of my favorite spots to vibe and chill out, just right here. In fact, this little corner area, just to come right over here, check out the views of the courtyard. So many people here giving their farewell, getting their farewell pictures, getting their last pictures with Miss Liberty over there, Miss Piggy. So many people coming to pay their final respects. I cannot speak today. So many people here coming to pay their final respects, giving that final tribute to the Muppets Vision 3D attraction. And this just kind of hits home. Just as you walk in, you see Jim Henson's Idea Man never stop creating. And he's got Kermit the Frog there with him. It's pretty special to see that, especially now, given the state that we're in, now saying goodbye to one of the last attractions or works of art that he actually participated in personally, that being Muppet Vision 3D. Currently a 10-minute wait, so not too bad. We've got some 3D effects happening up here with the little tennis racket with the rubber ball attached to it. See if I can get up there. And one thing I think a lot of people don't know or don't realize is that after Muppet Vision 3D was created, they had a lot of plans for the entire area over here. There was supposed to be a lot more related to the Muppets because Disney had such a strong working relationship with Jim Henson. They had huge plans, but unfortunately, when Jim Henson passed away, so many of those projects, most of them, in fact, if not some of them, all of them were shelved completely. And all that is left is Muppet Vision 3D. And now we have to say goodbye to that. Now it has been promised, Disney has promised it, that they will be preserving the Muppets Vision 3D show in some way, shape, or form, whether that be on like Disney Plus, the streaming service, or released on a limited edition Blu-ray or DVD. That remains to be seen, but hopefully Disney will do justice by the Muppets and give us something tangible to where we can, I guess, appropriately recognize the history and significance of this show. All right, it is time for us to bid farewell. It is our turn to come in and watch our final show. I love this old photo spot right here with all of the gang in one shot. Kermit holding up that 3D sign. It's iconic. One of the little Easter eggs is obviously this security sign with the back in 5 minutes. Key is under the mat, and I will show you that the key is in fact under the mat right there. I wonder what's going to happen to that key. Show up on eBay somewhere. I also love all of these faux movie posters in here. Got some extreme close-ups of some of our favorite Muppets. Drop in the comments, guys, which one is your favorite Muppet?
There you go.
Time to pick up our glasses. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
3D glasses.
Thanks, guys.
This is the pre-show that some might argue is better than the show itself.
Haven't I been here before?
There's so much in here to look at. We got Miss Piggy in her satin evening gowns. She's got like 3 massive crates full. In a world where the high seas, it's easy turning green. In the pirates of the amphibian, at wit's end. There's so much to look at in here. It's awesome. Sad it's going away. Did you guys know that this show was made? It was filmed. It was shot in just 6 days, which by production standards is pretty impressive. If you know anything about the film world, that's crazy fast. We've got these like puppets up here. They're on the end scene of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an unexpected surprise. I have the great honor of introducing the one, the only Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Hello, hi there, welcome to my pond. How you doing? Hello.
Whoa. You are not Mickey Mouse, you're a rat.
Rat snack. Besides, they're tourists. What do they know?
You get out of here.
Okay, do I still get my $10?
Get out, get out, get out.
I've got Donald Duck back here.
You get out.
Yes!
That everybody in your party has a pair of our special 3D glasses. Remember, do not put on the 3D glasses until you're seated inside the theater and asked to do so by a lab technician.
All right, last time, guys. Here we go.
Hey, look! Look at the guy in the goofy mask! That's not a mask. Oh, sorry, lady!
Oh, and here's something I wanted to spring on you.
Try the vacuum Muppet. Yes.
Hey, what's all the commotion about? Woody ran away! Well, you know what that makes him? Smarter than us! Hey, anybody seen a Woody? Me!
Hi, sweetums.
Hey, Kermit! Look! What?
Bean, what are you doing out?
Duck, everybody! Duck! Oh, not you! Yeah! Look out! Wow! Everyone okay in here? We surrender! We surrender! What an explosion!
Well, ladies and
Cute ending.
Well, what do you think? We have time to go to the bathroom before the next show? We can't go full purples into the sea!
On behalf of Kermit Gang, thank you for joining us. Please gather up your
All right, friends. Well, there you go. My last and final show of Muppet Vision 3D. And it's just kind of fun and interesting to be in the theater when everyone knows what's happening to the show, and just kind of the enjoyment and the laughters and the giggles and hearing little kids laugh at the jokes was just super fun and enjoyable. A little bittersweet, obviously. I'm grateful that I got to be over here to check it out, to see it one more time, one final time. And just want to say thank you to Jim Henson, thank you to Disney for allowing us to enjoy the Muppets all these many years, and for all the amazing memories that this area has brought to so many people from around the world. All right, that's going to do it. Well, goodbye, old friend. Thanks for the laughs and the memories. And if you stayed this long in the video, and if you were wondering about that net full of Jell-O, one of the original Disney Mouseketeers, her name was Annette, and she was actually handpicked by Walt Disney himself. The reason why they put this net full of Jell-O is a nod to this Annette, and her last name sounds a lot like Jell-O. In fact, it is Funicello. So you say Annette Funicello, it sounds like a net full of Jell-O. And that is where the net full of Jell-O came into play here at Muppets 3D. So, there you go. In fact, I didn't actually know about the net full of Jell-O for many, many years. I had no idea it was supposed to be Jell-O, but obviously Jell-O is not going to stay in a net because it is soft and pliable. It's going to fall through the net, and that's partly why it's so funny and comical. But hats, tip of the cap to Annette full of Jell-O. I can't say her last name, it's Italian, but anyways. That's why we have a net full of Jell-O. We had, I should say. Goodbye. And just as fast as this video began, it now ends. And a little bit of a bittersweet day saying goodbye to the Muppets. I have been a lifelong supporter, fan, follower of the Muppets. And we know that the Muppets are staying in some way, shape, or form here at Hollywood Studios in the form of perhaps an overlay on, Rock and Roller Coaster. That's been talked about. Hasn't been 100% confirmed. I don't know. We haven't seen any real plans come to fruition on that front yet, but that remains to be seen.